I want to ask you a question. What if God gave you everything that you ever desired right now? What would you do with it? What would you do with all this wealth, with all these, fancy cars, these mansions, these yachts, these private jets, these supermodels? What would you do with it, bro? I'm pretty sure you will be lost. You wouldn't know where to start, what to experience first, where to even begin, what to do with these supermodels, what to do with this yacht, how you can even start this supercar. You don't even know how to start it. You don't even know how to open the door on a fucking Pagani or something. So, what would you do if God all of a sudden you woke up tomorrow and you had everything that you ever wanted? You basically lived in a castle. You have this helicopter on top of your castle, and you have all these maids around you, and you have this swimming pool. Like, what would you actually do? How would you feel? Would you feel that you accomplished something? Would you feel that you deserve this thing? How would you feel? I want you to really ask yourself, how would you feel? Did you deserve this? Did you work hard for this? What would you do with these things? And let's say you enjoy these things for a week, for a day, for 2 weeks, for 3 weeks, for a month. Let's say you enjoy with your fucking supercars and all these things for let's say a year, let's say 2 years, let's say 5 years. And then what? Then what? You enjoy these things. 5 years is a long period of time. I'm pretty sure that you will get bored in the third month. Everything that I ever wanted in my life, and I got it, I got bored by it in like 3 days. Not even 3 months, 3 days, bro. I wanted watches, I got watches, I got bored. I wanted fucking cars, and I got to drive a fast cars, and I got bored in like the third day. I wanted to go to these places and do these things, and I did all of that. I'm not saying I have accomplished every single one of my goals and I got everything that I wanted, but I see that whatever I desired and I basically got bored with it in basically a short period of time. But the good thing with me is that I actually worked hard and I accomplished, or I got these things. The thing with you is, if all of a sudden you get these things, let's say you win a lotto, let's say, how would you feel? Like, did you really deserve this? Did you work hard for this? Because, to be honest with you, the people who are born in rich families don't really have the best time on this earth. You know that? Because, a lot of rich families and these kids that are born in rich families end up, deleting themselves. So, they are born with all this wealth and all this basically great life around them. But what did they do to accomplish this life? Nothing. So right now they don't feel like they deserve this. And these people, their souls knew that they wanted, that they needed to basically get born in this type of families. And your soul knew that you need to get born in a poor family so you can later on become something that you want to become. Let's say I had this conversation with my friend some time ago, and I was like, but bro, I'm not really satisfied with my life because I'm not still driving my Porsche GT3. I still don't live in Dubai and all these things. I still don't have a real Rolex. Like, I'm not really satisfied. I want God to give me those things. And my friend was like, yeah, but what if you want this 200k car, 100k Rolex, some mansion in Dubai that's worth like maybe $1 million? What if God's plan is much bigger for you? What if you're asking for these small things basically, and God's plan is much bigger? What if God's plan is to make you the fucking president of England or something? I don't know, the king of England. They don't even have presidents, I think. And I'm like, well, that's true. Like, if I'm asking for pennies, that God's plan is to give me so much more, do I really want to be asking? Like, God knows what it is that you desire. And then my friend was like, okay, let's put that aside. What if you right now, at 22 years old, want a Porsche GT3 and God actually gives you this Porsche? What are you gonna do with it? I'm like, well, I'm gonna get excited and I would want to, drive around town and show it to people. I want to be seen in this Porsche, And then what I would do is probably I would, go and to some places, have fun, and yeah, my friend is like, yeah, and go on, and I'm like, yeah. So my friend is like, what are you doing on this, going outs and having fun? And I'm like, yeah, well, I would get a few drinks and I would, get to know people, get to talk to people. I would feel important. And he's like, yeah, and I'm like, well, we were drinking and we would have fun and all these things. And he's like, yeah, and I'm like, well, when there's alcohol and there's plenty of fun time and all these things. He's like, well, what if you got drunk because you're young and stupid, basically? He didn't say that, but he meant these words. What if you got out of a club, let's say, with your GT3 Porsche that has like 600 horsepower, and you're drunk and you crash on your way home and die? What then? Is this your life fulfilled? Is this something to be proud of? Like, you're not prepared for the wealth that you're asking for. You're not prepared, bro. I'm not prepared. I'm not prepared for my Porsche GT3 and to live in Dubai and to have all these things that I want. And matter of fact, I want them, but I don't need them. And once you stop needing something, once you stop being needy, God will actually do you favors and actually give you those things. Because if you need something, if you really, really need it and you want it and you try to chase it and everything, it creates a force back. When you chase something, it creates a force back and you end up with having nothing. When I was applying to my Cineplex job, I was 2 or 3 years ago, I was applying at Cineplex to clean toilets for a minimum wage. And there were like 5 candidates to apply for this job. And how I got accepted is I went to the job and I was like, if I get a job, okay. If not, I don't even need this job. I just want to work because I have some free time. And if I get accepted, okay. If not, even better. That's it. That's basically the mindset I went into. And my boss actually called me a few days later and he's like, I went through all the participants and I chose to basically go with you because you don't need this job. And I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, well, the other guys that came to apply for this work, they were like so needy. They were like, please hire me, please, I need this job. My child at home is hungry. I have, to feed my children, my wife. Please, I need this job. And the boss actually didn't accept these people because they were so needy. And my boss was like, I can't really take that much of a responsibility. What if they're not good at the job and I have to fire them? Like, I would get so much responsibility on my heart and I would feel so bad because I basically left his kids hungry at home because he lost his job. I can't wear this responsibility on my shoulders, basically. He was like, I will choose you basically because you don't need this job. And that's how I got accepted. Funny thing is, I left this job for like 2 months later because I was like, I'm not gonna work a 9 to 5 ever again. I'm not gonna clean toilets. I'm here on this earth for much bigger things and greater things. But nevertheless, when you need something, when you're needy, when you want something, when you want to chase it, when you're like, oh, come on, you're just pushing it further and further and further. Instead of being like, no, I need this, I have to get this, no. You're just carrying the thing, basically. Imagine it like you seeing a cat on the street and you being like, oh, kitty, come on, please, come to me, I want to pet you, you're so cute, come on, I need you. The cat will run away. And if you're like, oh, it's a cute cat, and you're like, pss, 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 the secret cat code, you're chill. You're basically like attracting the cat will come. Because when you're needy towards something, you create force, and you will never get it. And I have these close people in my life who are so needy and they want it so bad. They're like, money all day, every day. Everything they talk about is money. They're like trying to chase it. They're working 3 jobs and they're grinding all day. At the end of the month, I'm still making more money than them. Just because I am not in a need of money, just because I'm relaxed and I'm like, well, I don't really care, God will get me money. The question is not if, the question is when. So when I'm prepared, God, please give me those things. But until I'm not prepared, just prepare me. These are the things I say to God. I'm like, God, before when I was broke and I didn't have anything, I was like, God, please give me money, please, please, please. And I didn't get anything. And right now I'm like, God, please prepare me to have this money, to have this wealth, to have these opportunities, to have everything. I know, God, that you want to give me something. I know that you want to reward me. But I think that I'm not still ready yet. And that's why you're still not giving me those things, like the Porsche. So God, please prepare me. Give me the challenges, give me the opportunities, give me the lessons I need to learn so I can get these things. I don't need those things. I want them, but I don't need them. Like I'm living a very comfortable life. I got basically everything sorted. Now the things that I want are basically a bonus. And when I'm ready, I want God to give me those things. But right now, maybe I'm not ready still. That's why I still don't have them. I think you got the point. I want you to stop being needy and just to focus on what you're the best of and do it. Just work. Don't chase. Don't grind. Don't be like forceful. Do your work. Do everything that you need to do, but don't force the outcomes. Your job is to work. Leave the outcomes to God. Basically, it's like putting a seed in the ground and trying to force it to grow faster. Like, how are you gonna force the little seed in the ground to grow faster? Your job is to put it in the ground, to pour water every other day, and that's your job. Leave the outcome to God. Because when you leave the outcome to God, God will give you everything. Because your limited human brain doesn't even know how this world works and how money works and how everything operates in this world, but God knows. God knows everything, and God knows your desires. You don't even have to tell him, you don't even have to tell God every day, God, I want my Porsche, I want my Porsche, I want my Porsche, come on, where is my Porsche? I want my Porsche, come on, come on, come on. You're just pushing it away. You're just pushing the day that the dealer gives you the keys from your brand new Porsche. You're pushing that day away by being needy. When you relax, when you let the outcomes to God, and when you do your job regardless, everything will start to come into places. Just give your life, let your life give you opportunities. Let your life, if you need guidance, your actionable step for this video is to go on Google and type in human design, and go in, type your, the information that is required, your birthplace, your birth time, your name, and all these things, and just download your chart, your human design chart, put it to ChatGPT, and ask ChatGPT to give you your life purpose, to tell you what to work on. And based on this human chart, because I did this and it got everything right, everything from first to last, everything was right. And do this actionable step, you will get so much clarity in what your goal is, in what your life purpose is, in how to deal with situations, in what to do, what to focus on, how you will, again, in the human chart, at least for me, it says not to force things. And this is crucial. It's crucial. For so much of you, it will say the same. Don't force things. Maybe you're a different type of a person, but do your human design chart and tell ChatGPT to basically translate it and to give you basically whatever you want to know. Your life purpose, your dreams, your challenges, what you need to work on, your shortcomings, and all these things. And after that, I want you to share an experience. Share an experience when you was needy, when you were like, come on, God, I need this, I need this, I need this, please give it to me, and you didn't receive it until you let it go, and then you received it. Just like you're trying to find your lost TV remote, just like it, you're basically going through all the house, you're doing this and that, and you're trying to forcefully find it, and you can't find it. And then after you relax, after you let it go, tomorrow, let's say, when you don't even need it, you find it. That's how life works. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I love you all.